Before we begin, yes, I am wearing shorts. Get over it. Also, surprise camera angle and surprise microphone. On to some stories. We'll see if they're overreacting. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. Let's find out together. Am I overreacting? I literally cannot attend. Using a throwaway account because she knows my account. So, it is my best friend's 25th birthday on Saturday. We had planned to go out for dinner and drinks with some of our friends. I have lupus. Is this Selena Gomez? No, a lot of people have lupus. It's a very common... Actually, how common is lupus? Lupus affects 1.5 million people in the United States. So that's, what? One out of every 300-ish people? That's quite a lot of people, actually. I have lupus and I've been getting chemo for the last couple of months to try to treat it. I didn't know you get chemo for lupus. She is well aware of this and even came with me to my last session, although she spent most of the time texting her boyfriend. I mean, chemo sessions last a minute, right? You're just kind of chilling. But it is the last session. I ordered her this cake from the super cute little bakery in our town and was going to bring it with me to the restaurant for her. I was supposed to have my chemo session next Monday, but they had to reschedule it for Saturday. Wait, I thought you said it was your last session. Oh, your last session, not your last session. This was your last session. She came with you to your last session, but it wasn't your last session. Then, I mean, I don't know, man. How long are those? Like an hour, 30 minutes, a couple of, I don't know. I actually don't know. I'm not going to look it up because I'm looking it up. Okay, so chemotherapy sessions can last from 5 minutes to 8 or more hours. Okay. All right. That was a big help. No. I was supposed to have my chemo session next Monday, but they had to reschedule it for Saturday. This is how she reacted when I told her that I wouldn't be able to come to her birthday. Am I overreacting, or is this a crazy way to react? She's still getting her cake, and I was going to get our mutual friend to give her the gifts I bought her, but now I'm not sure. Hey, Blake, just wanted to check you're still good for my birthday this Saturday. Also, just making sure that the cake's coming along fine. I know it's not unfound for blank to mess up an order, so it won't be on you. Haha. Hey, I was going to text you later today. Actually, I had a call from the hospital this morning, and they've rescheduled my chemo for Saturday morning, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. Blank said she's fine picking up the cake for you though, so there should be no problems there. All right, okay, no worries. Okay, pretty good. Pretty standard first reaction here. You said it's in the morning, right? What time is your appointment exactly? Because the reservation isn't until like 8 p.m., so I think you'll be fine, no? Interesting question. Interesting follow-up. I'm fine with blank bringing it. I understand that part, but I don't see how you wouldn't be able to come. So as we saw before, chemo sessions could be anywhere from 5 minutes to 8 hours. Yeah, my appointment is at 10 a.m., but I don't know exactly how long I'll be at the hospital for, and even if I'm home in time, I'm always super wiped afterwards. Okay. Super wiped afterwards. That's something I didn't know. I wasn't aware. So now I see why that could be weird. But also, this person might not know that, like I didn't know that. I didn't know that after chemo, the day of, that you're just exhausted. I'll probably just spend the rest of the day in bed. In bed? All right. Whoa. Now, one thing I know about the hospital system is that it ain't always easy peasy to reschedule, be like, actually, my friend's birthday Saturday, can I do it? No, you are treating an autoimmune disease with a crazy type of therapy that blasts your immune system, okay? This is a big deal, and I'm assuming that you're wiped afterwards because your body is like, ow! Your body's a little bit like, So yeah, be in bed, and your birthday's, your friend's turning 25. 25 is a cool number, 25. Quarter of a century, you know what I'm saying? It's cool, it's interesting. I can understand them being hurt, but them being mean to you, dude, because you're going through the therapy of the chemo kind? Ridiculous. I'm having too much fun. It is 9:30 p.m. at time of recording this, by the way. In bed? All right. Yeah, what do you mean, LOL? Warning shot. This is a warning shot. The next response better be, I'm sorry, I'm really grumpy. I know it's a big deal. You're going through it. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Probably that reaction. Should be the next reaction. But I have a feeling it's not going to be, because the next reaction says, well, isn't that a little selfish? I'm not trying to trivialize your situation, but it's like a 10-minute procedure. I'm sure the time between 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. will be enough to recover. Plus, being out and eating food should be sure to get your energy back up anyways. I feel like you're just using something you can hold over me to get out of doing something that is important to me. I only turned 25 once. Yeah, you only turned 26 once. You only turned 27 once. You only turned 27 and a half once. I'm about to piss a lot of people off, my girlfriend included. All right. But if you take your birthday that seriously, I don't know. There's something that I don't know. I get it. I do. I understand it's important and people feel special and it's a good day and it's a great day to celebrate. But if somebody's going through a hard time and they're saying, I'm going to be super wiped out afterwards, I'm going to be, you know what? There's a great book that I just read. It's called The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. Here's a little, okay, that's what it looks like. And the whole thesis behind the book is like, if somebody says they're not going to come to something, or if they're going to do something that doesn't rub you the right way, and it doesn't affect you directly, like it doesn't directly like put you in harm's way or something, you know what I'm saying? If it doesn't affect you in that way, because it affects her best friend. Moving on. Just let them. Let them. You're scrolling through something and you see that you haven't been invited to Puerto Rico and all your friends are going to let them do that. But then let yourself adjust and later, try to build those friendships so that way that doesn't affect you next time. You know what I mean? It's called the let them theory. It's very interesting. But step 1 is let them. Like, let this person not come. Anyway, moving on. I only turned 25 once. So this is pretty like, this friend is going, come on. What? It is not 10 minutes. I'm usually in there for like 3 hours. Okay, this seems fake now. This seems weird. That's weird because if it was like 3 hours, the person would have known. So I feel like this might be a lie or made up or something. I'm not trying to hold anything over you. I'm just saying I'll be super sick and not up for coming out. I probably wouldn't even be able to eat dinner anyway. Okay, it's not 10 minutes, it's 3 hours. Apparently it was 3 hours. Oh, I see. Well, for starters, it was a little over 2 hours. Why are you guys splitting hairs over the time? Plus, what do you think the vibe is going to be like when people ask where you're at and I have to say you're recovering from chemo? What do you mean? Just be like, she's resting, hey man, she got lupus. She's resting. Grow up, dude. Listen to me. You need to grow up. Got me yelling in my shorts. You know why you need to grow up? Because you're 25. Okay, this is the behavior of like a no, 13-year-olds are nicer than that. You're just kind of dumb. Unfortunately, you're kind of dumb and super narcissistic. What will people think of me? How will the vibe change? Narcissist. I genuinely think you are holding it over me, and I'm not going to let the taboo-ness of the situation stop me from calling you out. Question mark. Yeah, this is exactly how I would respond. Like, what? What do you think the vibe is going to be like if everyone's trying to have a good time at dinner and I'm in the bathroom throwing up all night? Right. That's a big thing that happens with chemo. You're throwing up. I really didn't think you were like this. Like, this is crazy. I'll send Fiona the details of the bakery to pick up your cake, but I'm definitely staying home now. As if you were ever going to come. Question mark. You're being very insecure that your best friend doesn't want to show up to your birthday for some reason. You're being very insecure about it, and it reads extremely narcissistic, and you're actually, at this point, you're paranoid because you're thinking that they're over-exaggerating their medical issues. Oh, really? Yeah, you weren't going to come. You're being weirdly manipulative and mean and stupid. Why would I spend my money on a cake for your birthday if I wasn't going to come? This is ridiculous, LOL. We've been friends for over 10 years, and this is how you're treating me. Thumbs up. I'm going to say this, just to beat the allegations, I think this is totally fake. This is totally made up. Who the hell says that? We've been friends for over 10 years, and this is how... Who says that? I've never said that. This doesn't make any sense. This is so weird. This is fake. But, pretending that this is real for a moment, let's read the comments. I'm surprised you're even calling her your friend in this post. She's an ugly person. Yes, very not good. Very, very not bueno, okay? Wow, no words for her. On the other hand, I hope your chemo goes smoothly, and I hope that you're not feeling too rough afterwards. Rest up. Hope you're okay. People are being really sweet. They're being really nice. And if this story is real, I think right now I just refuse to believe that there are people that stupid and narcissistic in the world, but I get proven wrong over and over again. So let's say this is real. I mean, on the upside, you have won an award for finding the world's biggest... Yeah, I'd stick those screenshots on your socials, unedited, obviously. Friendship over, more in a bemused what the F than anything else. Blimey! Yeah, awful. If this is true, if this story is real, I am incredibly sorry for you. What a horrible situation. And that is not your friend. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend thinks I sabotaged the mayonnaise because it was liquidy. Meaning he tried to he tried to squirt mayonnaise. Like you tried to poison him or something? Let's see, hold on. Funny how all the Hellmann's is liquid state. Ideas? What? What does that mean? Lived on my own since 96. Never seen that. 2 separate bottles. Are you talking about the mayo? Bravo. This one I know is real because this is crazy. I am very paranoid food-wise. I'm extremely paranoid food-wise. There have been moments in the past where I think this is because I had really high anxiety and it was untreated, unmedicated. I never verbalized any of it. But for example, an old roommate of mine would be like, do you want a tea or something? And I would think you're probably going to try to poison me, aren't you? It's not a good thought. But I've never said it out loud. It's thoughts in the back of my mind. Have you ever had that? Has anybody ever given you food? It happens with me with waiters all the time. I try to be as nice as possible to the waiter. They're like, what would you like to eat? I'm like, anything. If you don't spit in it, I'll eat whatever you like. Please don't put like bleach in there. I'm paranoid about food. I really am. So I relate to this guy. Lived on my own since 96. I never seen that.
2 separate bottles.
Are you talking about mayo?
Bravo.
So we went all day not fighting, and you're ending the night fighting over mayo. Okay, all right. Let me pause right here. First of all, it's 2 a.m. Something's going on. You should never be. You shouldn't be messaging your partner at 2 or 3 a.m. unless you're both vampires and it's daytime for you. But also, that wasn't my point. My point is, if you have to say this sentence, we went all day without fighting. You were proud of yourself for not fighting with somebody that you're supposed to love for a day. You were bringing that up as a good point. Come on, babe. Yeah, come in.
Yes.
I just think you look cute. I thought you should make a cameo.
Thank you. Let's get the full fit. Boom. Boom.
They can't see. It's just kind of. It's kind of black on black. Go walk back there.
Black.
Go do a. Go do a spin. Yeah. 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 You better catwalk. Bo. Oh my God, babe. Yeah. Okay. Throw up the. Okay. And I'm wearing.
Did you hear my hips crack?
Dang. Literally, I don't know if you heard that, but both of her hips cracked like a. It sounded like a glacier breaking off.
I'm young, I swear. I'm young.
Yeah.
So what you talking about?
This one is about a guy who is accusing his girlfriend of, I guess, poisoning him because he's saying the Hellman's is all liquidy.
Like
Mayonnaise.
Okay.
It's weird, babe. I don't know. I'm saying the fact that she goes, so we went all day without fighting and you're ending the night fighting over mayo. Okay. I think like if you're in a relationship and you have to say, we went all day without fighting.
Then they fight every day, all day, all day long.
Yeah, and you're not in the right relationship, I don't think.
Are you talking about mayo? Bravo.
This guy's nuts, I think.
Don't piss me off with that.
Also, it's 3 a.m. You're texting each other like this at 3? All right. So we went all day not fighting and you're ending the night fighting over mayo? Okay, super weird. You disappeared when you dude. I don't know what that is. And both of them melted in the fridge. I have samples. Newsflash. I do not eat mayonnaise. What melted? Never seen anything like it. Going to bed. What in the world are you talking about? Great question. Try to answer tomorrow. I really love these messages of, I have samples. Dude, we got freaking Walter White on the other end of this mayonnaise debacle. I love this so much. Fun fact, I don't know if this is fun for you, but when I was in middle school, to impress a girl and to impress people, but mostly a girl, there was a girl I was into, I memorized every ingredient on the back of a packet of mayonnaise. I can't do it now, but I do know there's soybean oil. And that's the only thing that I remember. I memorized the ingredients to a packet of mayonnaise. I think mayonnaise is hilarious. SpongeBob proved it right. Is mayonnaise an instrument? The funniest condiment there is. And this guy at 3 a.m. is Walter Whiting the mayonnaise.
I have samples.
What do you mean you have, like, you took samples of the liquidy mayo? Like, you're going to test it for cyanide tomorrow? Like, you're going to, what is this? What melted? Never seen anything like it. Going to bed. He might be just really drunk. He might just be drunk. It's 3 a.m. He's drunk. Maybe there was maybe he accidentally put ice cream in the fridge and he thought that was mayonnaise and it's all melty and weird. I would think that was poison if I thought it was mayonnaise and it ended up being melted ice cream. I would certainly think that. What in the world are you talking about? Mental break, I guess you're having? Nothing you're saying makes sense. First mayo, now something about melting. How's this? I use Hellman's mayo regularly, as you know. I know the viscosity. Dude, I love this guy. He's taking mayo so serious. But let's flip this on its head for a second. What if she tried to poison him? What if it's weird? What if she mixed something in there, mixed it up, and then it just settled wrong to where there's more liquid? You know what I'm saying? As crazy as funny as this guy is, what if? But regardless, I love this guy. You're going, okay, both containers are literally liquid. Nothing else has melted in fridge. And I did this? Here's what could have happened. There's a lot of oil in mayonnaise, and it separates. Maybe it's just white on bottom, oil on top, you know? You might have gotten a bad batch. Maybe it wasn't mixed right, or maybe there was a newbie at the factory and you got like a weird batch. That's probably what, if this is real, if this happened, that's probably what happened. Also, why do you have two? Did you get a multiple? You probably got a multi-pack, huh? From like Costco or something. Hellman's mayonnaise. Let's see. Okay, so this is, okay, so it could be like this, but it's not. My guess is it's something like this, like a jar. Both containers are literally liquid. Nothing else is melted in the fridge. And I did this? I didn't. Okay, and this looks like a gif of like, I'd been planking leftovers for late dinner all night before tomorrow starts a new week. Let's say that this guy took his knife, dipped it in mayo, put it in his mouth, like tasted it, put it back in the jar. Let's say that happened. The enzymes in your mouth can break down, I've heard of this, it can break down some of the stuff in there. I don't know about mayo in particular, but it can break it down and turn it a little liquidy. I've heard of this before in other worlds, like yogurt. But that could happen, theoretically speaking. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he was making a sandwich, he licked it, put it in, don't know how science works, and maybe it started, melting, quote unquote, or separating or something. Some enzymes got in there and are starting to break down the fats in the mayo or something, the sugar. I don't know what I'm saying. But this guy is very, I think he's lit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he's lit, but this is hilarious. I've been planning leftovers for late dinner all night before tomorrow starting a new week. So maybe he's like meal planning. Is that what he means? Then mayo came out like soy sauce. That's a first. Then the other container did it. Never seen that in my life, even when mayo is left out. And you're blaming me? I don't even eat mayo. Case in point. And I'm crazy. What is it exactly you think I did? I'm going to sleep. Something's fishy about this mayo. I'm going to sleep. Melted mayo? Sabotage your mayo? Wow, good night. Do yourself a favor. Open trash can and look. Tell me it's normal. If he thinks she's likely to kill him, and if she says, wow, we didn't even argue for a full day, maybe don't be in a relationship. Maybe don't be dating each other. There's somebody out there who will rock with you, dude. Who maybe has contamination OCD or whatever's going on here. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have somebody who rocks with you. Thumbs up. Thus far, you haven't been able to poison me. You're mental. We watch the same shows. Save those bottles and go get them examined, LOL, and your brain while you're at it. Honestly, I'm reading a book right now called Change Your Brain, Change Your Life. It looks like this. And this guy, his name's Dr. Daniel Amen? And he talks about how he combines like psychiatry with neuroanatomy. So he'll take a scan of your brain and he'll be able to see like, oh, you're really paranoid because like this part of your limbic system is overactive or whatever. Or like you have decreased activity in your cerebellum and prefrontal cortex. You're not able to plan things through, And there is a real world where get your brain examined is not a bad idea. I'm just saying. Well, they're in the trash. Feel free to investigate. You think I sabotaged your mayo, LOL? Tell me if the consistency makes sense. This guy, dude. So I tried poisoning you? What the hell is wrong with you, dude? I haven't touched your mayo or anyone's mayo. Not even touched store mayo. Yeah, I've never seen a mayonnaise. That's what you sound like right now. You gonna answer for yourself? You have touched a mayo. Don't lie. Don't even lie. You've never been grocery shopping? Who bought the mayo? How was it different from last night? Lily? I'm gonna call her Lily. What happened last night? I made a sandwich with mayo. I made a sandwich with mayo. I love this couple. I want them to have a podcast. Strange couples conversation, right? I know a couple of couples that absolutely would think this. I'm not going to name them. You might know who you are if you're watching this and you know me. This might be your dynamic. And let me tell you something. When you know a couple like this, they are either unbearable to be around or extremely entertaining. It all depends. Okay, so is the person overreacting? I don't know their relationship. I think they just should not be together. I think if you're at the point to where you think somebody else will try to poison you, I don't know if this guy's being real or if he's just really drunk. I think he's really drunk. Like this, he's texting like he's under the influence. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just nuts. And it's 2 a.m. You're texting each other at 2 a.m. Not overreacting. This level of paranoia and insecurity is insane. Instead of the many reasons his condiment could have changed consistency, is left immediately to you sabotaging his mayo, which is a weird word, by the way. I feel like sabotage is the wrong word. Ruining, messing with, contaminating. You know what I mean? There's other words here. I don't know. He leaves immediately to you sabotaging his mayo or attempting to poison him? This person feels unstable based on this interaction. Yes! If someone legit accused me of trying to poison them, they think that low of me. I definitely leave them. This is ridiculous. Red flag, red flag, red flag. He sounds like legal trouble. And also, what if he thinks it's completely justified to poison you because he thinks you poisoned him? Too risky. He sounds mentally unstable. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. Yes, of course. Of course. Of course. I kind of had this. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I think it was undiagnosed, anxiety, and I'm on meds for that now. And it's just some part of my brain wasn't working right. And I truly thought, I was like, I feel like, why today of all days are you asking to make me a tea? Why are you asking to make me a tea right now? It's not normal. Your brain should not be doing that, especially with people you're supposed to trust and love and, all that stuff. Why are you in a relationship? Fix yourself. Scan your brain. For real. You ever had Duke's Mayo? I lived in Savannah, Georgia, because I went to college over there. When I was at SCAD, I discovered a breed of mayonnaise. Duke's Mayonnaise. Link in description. Duke's Mayonnaise is the best mayonnaise on the planet, and I will fight all of you. If any of you disagree, hands up. Duke's Mayonnaise, number one, no question. The fact that this guy's getting all butthurt about Hellman's, he has never tried Duke's. The fact that Duke's isn't it, if my Duke's Mayonnaise was messed with, guns out. You know what I'm saying? War. Hellman's, who cares? Who cares? Am I overreacting, or is this a total breach of privacy? Backstory, a uniformed officer in his patrol vehicle pulled up next to me to tell me my tire was low, and then I said, oh my God, I didn't know, thank you. He drove away, and I got this a few hours later. I'm kind of annoyed that he looked up my whole file just to get my number against my will. What? So it looks like it starts with him saying, hey, good morning, which, a good morning text from somebody that you don't know who that is. Just a little weird opener. Hey, I'm sorry, I don't recognize the number. Who is this? This is the officer who pulled next to you to tell you that you had a low tire yesterday. Oh, okay. I mean, thanks again for that, but how did you get my phone number, LOL? This is the number that came up when I searched up your license plate. I figured I would reach out and see if maybe you wanted to get to know each other, possibly go to dinner sometime. I promise I don't do this often. That is a lie, that is a lie, that is a lie. Ha ha ha, you are just very nice and attractive, of course. Wow, I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Period. She ain't about that. She's playing it safe, but this is very weird and wrong. And also, this has to be illegal. There's no way that this is allowed. You're welcome. My name is... It's either Jacob or Josh. I'm gonna go with Josh. Okay, Josh, if that is your real name. And also, this could be a fake phone number. He could be texting her from a different phone number, so that way if she reacts poorly, then he could just, be like, oh, untraceable. This is just ungodly creepy. If he ran your plate, he has your address. Yes, he has your address. He has your address. Obviously. That's the problem, is that you are now firmly aware that he has access to resources that not a normal civilian has access to. And because of that, and because he's already shown that he's willing to break the rules to get what he wants, you are suddenly in a weird situation. And the word is creepy. He may be a cute, charming guy. He may be a nice guy. I don't know. But if he's doing this, not nice enough. It's just weird. It's just weird, dude. I think I heard from a friend that a doctor that she saw once looked up her phone number and texted her. So I know that this is probably very true. This has to be true. But yeah, a doctor texted a friend of mine to ask her out to dinner. How are you gonna freaking, get my resting heart rate and crap, and then ask me out? Thing was, he was attractive. And she was like, hell no. Hell no, that's weird. How many people have you done this to? Yeah, it's like a HIPAA violation, isn't it? How would one even go about avoiding retribution? Act flattered but claim to belong to another man and hope he's the type to respect another man's property rights because he clearly doesn't respect her. May not work still, but it's her best chance. Buy a worn pair of work boots for outside your front door and hope he doesn't sit around outside waiting to see whose they are. That's interesting. I've never heard of that. Is that a thing people do? It'll work, I think. I think it definitely sends a subliminal message. Ladies, I'm so sorry you got to deal with this. And I know I'm putting up a lot of hypotheticals and being silly over here, but that sucks, dude. It's literally like you're always prey. A lot of people in the comments are talking about internal affairs and lawyers. That's the objectively correct action to take. But in the real world, with police corruption and lack of disposable income, I think your suggestion makes the most sense. These types of men get off on predating the weak, and one of the few things that will get them back down is the presence of another stronger man. So I looked at her profile and it showed she was in jail. That means he saw that she has been to jail. I'm saying this because I think he is calculated in his selections. Maybe not everyone that he finds pretty and looks up does he contact. Women he feels he may have a higher chance of them saying yes, or ones he can manipulate others into convincing the girl is crazy or a liar if anything wrong went down. Yo! That's wild. I think it's best higher ups are aware of his patterns. It is rough considering this guy knows where she lives, and unfortunately, as one said above, because this behavior could lead to him being fired, could put a target on her from an already jacked up individual. I'll just pray she's careful in how she deals with it. If she does, it must go as high and public just in case something does happen. Fingers could be pointed back to him. If just his buddies know, they could try to silence her on his own. Yeah, it's like a weird stalemate. It's like a weird chess match now. How do you get out of it? That sucks. That's so stupid. Yeah, because like even if she ghosted him, he could show up at her door and be like, avoiding me, huh? You know, thinking he's being like charming. Yeah, the big theme in this comment section is they're cops and they can do whatever they want. That's just man, what do you do? You know, if you're a guy and you're watching this, it may feel like a scary minefield trying to ask somebody out the right way. You know, the thing is, just don't break the law and try not to make people uncomfortable. That's kind of what it is. And no matter the outcome, be cool. So just be cool. To everybody, be cool. Will you friggin' be cool? Like me, I'm very relaxed in my shorts. Oh my God. I look crazy right now. Blur that out. I'm sitting crisscross applesauce at freaking 11:30. I gotta go to bed. It's the outro song. The video's done. It's the outro song and we're having some fun. Why don't you check out our Patreon and then we'll sing another outro song all night long. The Patreon is cool. You should check it out. It's in the description.